Good morning, students. Today we will study chapter 1 Computer Evolution. In this chapter, we will know the history of computers, like calculating devices, generation of computers, types of computer. Okay, so likewise, about these things we will study. First, this chapter is about how computers development take place. Means when it's actually started and nowadays how much its progress has been done. So regarding this we will know about in this chapter computer evolution. So as we know that these computers we are using everywhere. You have seen it at different places for the different uses. We had seen this computer in our schools, banks, colleges, railway stations, everywhere. Means like every places it's a different uses we are using for our on purpose, for our own uses. According to our uses requirements we are using computers. As you know that one more the history about this computer. The word computer, the first time it was recorded in year 1963. It was first used this word 1613, means 1613. That year was 1613. The first use of computer, it was the first use of word computer was recorded in 1613. Okay, and at the time actually this word come from, at the time the people are using for the calculation purpose. They are calculating some numbers, data. So at the time, like calculations was there, computerization was there. Means like they are computing. Means if you are calculate something, you are calculating, that is called computing. From that it was developed. This word comes computer. Okay, in like computer means what is the meaning of computer? To compute something, that is your computer. Okay, and it was likewise it was this word was continuously it was used, and now this the same word computer we are using for the electronic machine which is our computer. Okay, and this you can see the first history of computer. So with the invention of number of the urge to devise different counting devices also increased. Okay, so there is like a different counting devices are there. Earlier we are using by the use of fingers, toes, using pebbles. Okay, by the help of this we are counting the numbers, we are calculating the need to keep a track of number led to the invention of different calculating devices. From abacus, the first known counting device. As you know that this abacus was the first known counting device. Many devices were invented leading to the development of computer. Means nowadays whatever computer we are using, means this is the development of the earliest. Means small developments were done in the past years. So from that now we are using this developed computer. So about that we will study here. So first we will see it, the first one, which is calculating devices. So calculating devices means to calculate the numbers, to perform the mathematical operation. First was tally sticks. In the ancient time, a tally stick was known as an ancient memory aid device. It was known as ancient memory aid devices. It documented message, numbers, quantities. Notches are cut to keep count or score on tally stick. You can see it was look like this. It was actually it was made of animal bone from ancient time. There are some lines are there, you can see some lines are there. Okay, so and some cuts are there. It is used to count the numbers, to calculate the numbers. Okay, here you can see the specific idea of tally stick is to keep track of date back hundred of years. In one telling, they were invented by King Henry. It was invented by King Henry, the first son of William, in the year that you can see it was, and he was became king in year 1180. Okay, and this was like, this is the tally sticks. Here is some lines are there, vertical lines are there, it is some vertical lines it is used to count the numbers. Got it? Now we will see the next, which is 1300 BC abacus. Okay, so this is, yeah, this is abacus 3000 BC abacus. An abacus is a mechanical device used to add an individual in performing mathematical calculation. As we know that this abacus is used for the mathematical calculation. The abacus was invented by Babylonia, ancient Mesopotamia in 1400 BC. So it was developed by the Babylonia. Okay, and the abacus in the form we are most, the abacus in the from we most familiar with, the first used in China around 500 BC. So it was firstly, it was used in the year, where it was used in the China, and it was the year 500 BC. It was used to perform basic arithmetic operations. As we know that it was used for the calculating the numbers, basic operations. Okay, it was used for the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and as well as division. It had a wooden frame. As you know, you have seen it also. It is made of wooden frame which had rods, and rod had beads. Okay, it has a rod and it has the beads like this. Okay, then you can see this is the actually abacus. The rod and beads are there. Okay, and the abacus frame was divided into two parts. First part is known as heaven and another part is known as earth. This abacus is divided into two parts. First is called heaven, this part is called heaven, and this part is called earth. Okay, in the heaven side, in the heaven rod, two beads are there. You can see in the heaven rods two beads are there. In the earth, each has the you can see each has the how many? 5 beads are there. So this abacus is divided into two parts. First is called heaven, another is called earth. In the heaven side, 2 beads are there. In the earth side, 5 beads are there. Okay, here is those who are using the abacus, they are called the abacist. Okay, now next one is that Pascal adding machine. Okay, in 1642, the French mathematician Blaise Pascal, who was 19-year-old, began to work on his calculator. So at the very early age, he was very young, 19-year-old, when he started working on his machine. Okay, that is called Pascal adding machine in year 1642. Actually, he was assisting his father because his father was working in tax department. He was tax commissioner, so he has to help him for the calculation, for the calculations of so many data. So he felt like that I will make one machine, I will create one machine, so that will help in the calculation. So he made one machine that is called, you can see this machine he developed. There was numbers are there, 0 to 9 numbers are there, and whenever you will move these numbers, you will circulate it, you will just rotate it, these numbers will be changed here. Some carries will you can transfer to like this to the next wheel. So he developed that machine, and it was capable of performing addition and subtraction. So here in this machine we can do only addition and subtraction, but earlier in the abacus we can do addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, but here only it was capable for doing addition and subtraction. Okay, next, the gear principle of Pascal machine was further employed in many mechanical calculators. So this principle, because the concept what he has used, that was used for the next coming mechanical calculators, it was used. Okay, next we will see it. Next it is Stave-Wagner-Leibniz calculator. Okay, so in this calculator was developed by the Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz. The famous German mathematician invented his mechanical device in 1672. It was an improvisation on Pascaline machine. So it was the developed means the means the developed version of the Pascaline. He was improvised, some new things he is added in that machine. So it was the improvisation of Pascaline machine. Okay, so who has done? Got this one, Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz. Okay, in year 1672. The machine that can add, subtract, multiply and divide automatically. Earlier it was done by the help of the person, means you have to do manually, but here the word comes automatically, means automatically it will be added, and now multiplication and divide also come with that. Okay, earlier it was only addition and subtraction, now we can multiply and divide, and most importantly it was automatic. Okay, you can see this machine here. It was the machine, it was developed by Steve Rockner. Okay, this machine was called Steve Rockner. Okay, now next, arithmetic meter, that we also call arithmeter. Okay, so we will see this arithmeter, a mechanical calculator invented by Charles Xavier Thomas de Colmar in 1820. It was the first reliable, useful and commercially successful machine. Means commercially means this machine was sold to for the other person also, for the business making. They started selling this machine. What was the name? This one, arithmetic meter, which is in the short it is called arithmeter. The machine could perform the 4 basic mathematical functions. It was the first mass produced calculating machine. Okay, this machine look like this. You can see this machine was commercially used. Next invention, early at inventors. Now it comes some machine, and it was developed by the Charles Babbage. That machine was difference engine and analytical engine. That machine was difference engine and analytical engine. Okay, so it was developed by the Charles Babbage, and he was known as the father of computer. Who is known as father of computer? This person, Charles Babbage. Okay, it was automatic mechanical calculator designed to tabulate polynomials function. Invented by Charles Babbage in year 1822 and 1834. Means 1822 this difference engine developed, and 34 analytical engine developed. Okay, for his invention, Charles Babbage is considered as the father of computing, and also we are calling him father of computer. It is the first mechanical computer. Which type of computer it was? Mechanical. Okay, by machine it was working only manually, so that was mechanical computer. The analytical had 5 units. Another engine he developed, which is known as analytical engine. It has the 5 unit. What are that? Input, output, store, mill and control. That 5 unit he has given in the analytical engine. These units work similar to the various units of modern computer. So till now we are using the same things, same purpose, means the same concept. Nowadays we are using, based on this our computers are running. All modern computers are based on the analytical engine. Got it? So here you can see this store was similar to memory. Mill was, he used the store is used for the memory. He used the mill, that is for ALU. ALU stands for arithmetic logic unit, and this unit is perform the mathematical operation. Okay, then is control, that is your control unit CU. Okay, and that is memory unit is also there, and these all are in the modern computers also they are using. You can see this is the picture of difference engine, and this is the picture of analytical engine. You can see here many machines did simple math, but Charles Babbage's analytical machine was the first computer we considered programmable. Means in this analytical engine, in this engine we can write the programs. On the basis of program it can work. So again we will see this one, the first computer programmer She was the first computer programmer. Who? Lady Augusta Ada Lovelace. She was an English mathematician and writer. She was an English mathematician and a writer, and she suggests to the Charles Babbage. What she suggests? That we can use program for the analytical engine. Okay, so let me see. In 1840, Augusta Ada Brown suggested Babbage means to the Charles Babbage that should he use binary system. First he suggested that, she suggested to the Charles Babbage, we can use binary system. Binary system means that is 0 and 1. Binary system that consists two digits, that is 0 and 1. She told that you use the binary system in that, and we will write program. So she wrote the program for the analytical engine, She considered as the first programmer. So who is called the first programmer? She is called Lady Augusta Ada Lovelace. She was the first computer programmer. She wrote the program. Got it? Now next, George Bully. Okay, so this George Bully was an English mathematician. He solved mathematical problems by reducing them to a series of positive and negative answered questions or linked them with the binary system. So he solved some questions which is based on the positive and negative numbers, series of numbers, and that is linked with the binary system, means 0 and 1. Based on this he solved. Okay, it results 1 for positive and 0 for negative. If 1 will come, that will positive, 0 will come, that will be negative. Okay, and this system known as Boolean logic, in the you will know about this, that in the circuit designing they are using this principle, Boolean logic. This is for the electronic in the electronic subjects you will study. This is Boolean logic become the fundamental principle for design of computer circuit. When you design this computer circuit, there we are using this Boolean logic, and this is for 0 and 1. This 1 is for the positive and 0 is for the negative. This is like this he has used. Okay, because and why he has used like this and why he is so famous? Because our program also written in the binary language, and that also consists 0 and 1 digit, so that is quite easy to relate with that. Okay, next, tabulating machine. This tabulating machine, Dr. Herman Hollerith, an American statistician, invented a machine called tabulating machine. This machine used to assist in summarizing information and counting, means so many data are there to how to summarize it. It was capable of reading data, processing it, and giving the desired output. So it was quite capable for doing all these things, like reading the data, process the data, and give the output also. So you can see it. So it was capable of reading data, processing data, and giving the desired output. The input was given through punch card, which were used as storage device. So how input was given? That input was given by the punch card. It was given by the punch card, and it was used as a storage device. Okay, you can see this machine look like this. This is called punch card. And here you can see the United States Census Bureau used punch card and sorting machines in 1890. It was designed by Herman Hollerith. Okay, so this machine you can see, it was tabulating machine designed by Dr. Herman Hollerith. Next, Howard Mark 1. Now another development of the computer, now it comes, that was Howard Mark 1. That was Howard Aiken was the primary engineer in IBM. IBM was the name of the company where he was working, Howard Aiken. Howard Mark 1, that this one Howard Mark 1 was invented by him in 1943. So this Howard Aiken developed the Howard Mark 1, also known as IBM Automatic Sequence Control Calculator. This Howard Mark 1, Howard Mark 1 is also known as ASCC. ASCC stands for Automatic Sequence Control Calculator. It was first electromechanical computer. Electromechanical means it is with the introduction of the electricity, the line, the current, there is the mechanical, means with the mechanical device with the electronic device also, means both were combined. So it was the Howard Mark 1. Okay, now next development take place, which was JAD1. What was JAD1? JAD1 created by Konrad Zuse, a German civil engineer, pioneering computer scientist, inventor and businessman from 1936 to 1938. It was first programmable computer. So that this JAD1 was the first programmable computer. There you can program. To program the JAD1, the user required to insert punch tape. In this computer JAD1, if you want to program, what you have to do? You have to insert a punch tape into punch tape reader, and for the output also it was generated through the punch tape. Okay, and it was the first programmable computer. It was the first programmable computer, who? JAD1, and it was developed by Konrad Zuse. Okay, now this computer was like this. It was look like that. Okay, now next, this is Antonov-Berry computer, that we call ABC. In the short we call the ABC. It was first electronic digital computing device. It was the first electronic digital, the word you just see, electronic digital computing device. Okay, earlier JAD1 was the first programmable computer, and this is first electronic digital computing device, invented by Professor John Antonov and graduate student Clifford Berry. By the help of this person, Clifford Berry, at Iowa State University between 1939 to 1942. So he developed this one, ABC, Antonov-Berry computers. So Antonov is the first, his name professor, this name was taken, and Berry is assistant, he was also a student. So both they invented one computer, which is electronic digital computing device. It was known as AB. In the short it is called ABC. Okay, now next development was done by John von Neumann. The John von Neumann was an important figure in computer science. Okay, the use of memory in digital computer to store both sequence of instruction and data. So he has given such a idea, such a concept, where we use the memory in the digital computer to store both sequence of instruction as well as data, was breakthrough in which von Neumann made major contribution. So he has given the concept where we can store digital, means we can store memory. In the memory we can store instructions and data. So that concept is given by this John von Neumann. So he has given the major contribution to the development of the computer. In 1945, you can see, in 1945, while consulting this Moore, here you can see Moore School of that place is there. In 1945, consulting for the Moore School of Electronic Engineering on EDVAC project, von Neumann wrote incomplete set of notes. At the time he wrote the one note that was incomplete. Title was first draft of report on EDVAC. First draft of report on EDVAC. This widely distributed paper laid foundation of computer architecture, in which the data and programs are both stored on computer memory. As that notes has given how to store the data and that instruction on computer memory. So that was distributed and that was widely popular. Okay, then after some time he has given the architecture of about that, and later von Neumann architecture, and it was known as the von Neumann architecture. This architecture became the de facto standard for a long time, and it is still used today. It is still used today. In our technology, we are using this one. No. Help create von Neumann architecture, single memory store program architecture is still used. Although not described computer virus, John Newman is the first to describe how a computer program reproduce. So like the concept of virus means that we are using, so he is not given the virus, but he told that how our program can be could reproduce itself. Means, as you know that the definition of virus is also that virus replicate means he reproduce itself, replicate itself, that we know about the virus. And he at the time he told about how the program can reproduce itself. Developed process of generating pseudo random numbers. Pseudo random number means that is false number. Okay, so that is pseudo number, that is false number. Help develop flowchart also to, so about this von Neumann has given lots of things about in the development of the computer, the concepts. Next, INVAC. Okay, this INVAC electronic numerical integrator and computer. What is the full form of ENIAC? Sorry, ENIAC, ENIAC, electronic numerical integrator and computer. Okay, was the first programmable general purpose electronic digital computer. So it was the first programmable where we can program, and it was a digital computer built during World War II by the United States. It was invented by John Mauchly and J. Presper Eckert in 1946. ENIAC occupied 50 by 30 foot. It's a space. It was taken 30 by 50 foot basement of Moore School, where 40 panels are arranged in V shape, U shape along with 3 walls. Each of the units was about 2 feet wide, 2 feet deep and 8 feet high. Approximately 1800 vacuum tubes were used. As you know that in the first generation computer we are using the vacuum tube. So in this computer how many vacuum tubes were used? 1800. And 70,000 here is, sorry, 18 not 1800, this is 18,000 vacuum tube and 70,000 resistor and 10,000 capacitor, 6,000 switches, 150 relays. You can see how many things, how big it was. It was easily the most complete electronic. It was easily the most complete electronic, sorry, complex. It is actually it was most complex electronic system. Okay, therefore it was built. It was also 1,000 times faster than Mark 1. This ENIAC is how much faster? 1,000 times faster than Mark 1. As you know that this Mark 1 already we have studied. Mark 1, it was developed by Howard Mark 1 in 1943. He was working with the IBM. Now it could, you can see, it could add 2 large numbers in 200 microseconds. So 2 numbers, if you have to add 2 numbers, it can add in 200 microseconds only. Okay, this ENIAC took 70 hours to work out pi to find 200 decimal places. This ENIAC, you can see this is the picture of this ENIAC, and ENIAC takes 70 hours. How many hours? 70 hours to work out on decimal when you will find the value of pi. So it takes 70 hours to find the 2000 decimal places, means after the decimal 2000 places he calculated. That machine was calculated. Next machine we have, which is UNIVAC 1. UNIVAC 1, Universal Automatic Computer 1, was the world first commercially available computer. So this earlier ENIAC, that was used for the experimental purpose, for the own uses. But this UNIVAC, it was for the general people also. It was commercially designed by J. Presper Eckert and John Mauchly in 1955. Same inventor who invented the ENIAC, who invented this one, ENIAC 1. So same inventor invented this one, UNIVAC 1. Okay, it was the first computer to handle both numeric and text data. Here the next new things come, text data also. This computer is able to handle the text, means like A, B, C, D. This earlier only digits they are handling, numbers. Now they are handling the text also. It was also the first computer to use buffer memory. Okay, this was the first computer, there we use the buffer memory and to come equipped with magnetic tape. So what is used there? There used magnetic tape also. Okay, so this is about the history of the computer, means how computers development take places. Okay,